is Sydney with the Kaya, and tonight we have a very, very, very special guest for a very, very special occasion. I am here with HIRIE today. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing so phenomenal. You literally just stepped off the stage, not even 10-ish minutes ago. So we are really feeling alive. This is a wonderful night, specifically for Wilmington and North Carolina as a whole. Anyone that was impacted through Hurricane Florence is being, paid, due respect, and, we've been able to raise some money, and 100% of the proceeds here at Burnt Mill Creek tonight went, to help, especially the children, and to feeding, everyone that needs, all the things that we've been lacking this whole time. So it is a phenomenal honor, to have you coming out here tonight, the entire crew who has put their time and their love and their, passion into giving back to our community. And so I say, from the Kaya family, from the Wilmington family, from the North Carolina family, we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
This is awesome, honestly. All right, so to take a slight moment, me as a reggae lover and for years and years and years, just to be here and get to talk to you is really, really cool. Just overall, just because of your message, and you're such a powerful female role model, especially in the reggae community, but in the music community, and in the community as a whole. So it's really cool to kind of get to sit and maybe pick your brain a little bit.
Cool.
Show the people, because this is our weekly show, Bridging the Gap, and it's our weekly interview series. We like to bridge the gap between the bands and the fans. So we kind of want to show them the behind the scenes, look at what it means.
Bridging the gap.
Yes, bridging that gap. Well, thank you so much. You played, the benefit show tonight here with Amani Smith and the Give Thanks Band,
absolutely,
which was absolutely phenomenal. Despite a few, technical difficulties, you guys powered through, and it was absolutely a packed house. So much energy, so much love. So let's just start with kind of introing yourself, as HIRIE, but everyone, in the band as well, kind of what all makes up of HIRIE.
Okay, HIRIE is a 8-piece band. We have Conga Curdy on the percussion. We got Chris on the sax, Andrew on trombone, Matt on the drums. We got Andy on bass, Blaine on guitar. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Yeah, right. And I'm Trish.
Check, and Trish. All right, so kind of
Charles on keys.
Yes, very important.
Very.
You guys all have a singular piece, that comes with the collective of HIRIE, and I think you guys have so much energy that no matter how many times I've seen a show from you guys, and I talk to people that maybe have never even heard of HIRIE, the first thing they say is energy. There's just an overwhelming amount of just playfulness and fun that goes through that. No matter who walks through those gates, they're like, wait, who is this? So it's been so much fun to kind of get to see the reactions, from people in the crowd. I was able to see you open Greenfield Lake years ago, and I remember there wasn't that many people there.
But you guys,
yes, it was with Iration, and you guys played the room. It was absolutely immaculate in a venue like Greenfield Lake. It's beautiful, just looking over all those beautiful green trees in the lake, and just kind of connecting that with your music. I was able to resonate with that, and ever since, you guys have been on my radar. So you're kind of literally passing through, it's slightly stupid right now. Yeah. This is, like I said, a special occasion. You guys are here on your own free will. You kind of want to just be here and play music.
Yeah, I want to shout out our sound guy, Maxx Bell, because he lives here in Wilmington, and when Hurricane Florence happened, he was home, and they went through a lot, and when we were about to jump on tour with Slightly Stupid, he just casually asked us, do you want to do a benefit show? And we didn't know what specifically for. We knew it would be to help the hurricane victims, but we just said yes. It's our day off. We have 2 days off this week, and we were just down for the cause. We always are. If we're not too tired or sick, then we're down to help. So, 100% of the proceeds are going to Nourish NC, and I'm just happy that Max lined us up with this gig, because, it's really nice to give back when you can, and when you're in a position where you can legitimately raise some money, and it's not just for anyone, it's for kids.
Yeah.
It's huge. So for us, it was a no-brainer, and I'm really happy to get to do this tonight.
It's absolutely awesome. I mean, we thank you a million times over just because, I mean, we know how busy it is for touring musicians. You know, you're in a new place every night. You know, you probably slept a couple hours and then you woke up, you do some more things and then you go, but you
I
do
slept till 12:30 today.
Yeah.
But it took me 5 weeks to get that much rest.
There we go. I'm glad our little days off could give you a little bit, you know, repayment back. But that's just, I mean, it's amazing to see how much music coincides with communities, not only in our neck of the woods, but you're from an entirely different neck of the woods. And so just to be able to see that camaraderie and everyone kind of coming together to do these really powerful things, not because you have to, but because you want to, which is really just, it's absolutely amazing. And all the money that I'm sure we raised tonight, there was so many people, so many, you know, just good individuals kind of sharing that groove, you know, together, dancing with Amani and dancing with you. And it's absolutely amazing just to be able to see that. You've been all over the world, really, throughout your life. You know, born in the Philippines, went to Italy, go to Hawaii, you know. So how has, you know, all your travels kind of evolved into your music and your songwriting?
Yeah, I mean, I think traveling just made me very open to different styles of music and cultures and diversity. And, you know, music is so diverse as it is that it takes somebody who really can just look at it as just a whole map and be like, this is all just one big, you know, religious cult of just, we love music. And I feel very lucky to have grown up in the places I've been, and then to have met and belonged to so many different, you know, groups and cultures. And, you know, growing up in Hawaii, 80%, if not more, of the radio stations are reggae stations. So I just grew up obsessed with reggae music. And, you know, from roots to, you know, like Cali reggae and like all the different influences, like dancehall. And it's really nice to get to do what we do. You know, the reggae scene is still small in a sense, and that's great. And I love it so much because we have a tight community.
Right, yeah. Everyone really, you go to these shows, you kind of start to
everyone.
recognize these faces.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. No, because I feel like, you know, with the traveling that you get to do, like you said, like you get to meet, you know, so many people, you get to make those connections. How did HIRIE, you know, you and your wonderfully talented bandmates kind of come to be, you know, who you are today? Because you're a bigger piece. Most, you know, bands, what you would think would be kind of a 4-piece. You guys, you know, multiply that, you know. By some. You rocked the small stage, by the way. Absolutely. We had the pirate ship, and you guys completely worked that room, and it was incredible. So
we came to be, so my first band member was my sax player. My second band member was my trombone player. So we knew from the beginning we would never be a small band.
Yeah.
So
the horns, they're just so powerful.
The horns are heavy.
Yeah. No,
and they make us. You know, and they'll break us if they leave, honestly.
Right.
So
they're head turners,
exactly.
though. You can't really be walking by a venue and then, you know, kind of hear that.
So yeah, that's how we started out with our horn section, and we just grew from there.
Yeah. So how do you like to write music? Do you have any favorite places you like to write your lyrics? Or anything, any like special, you know?
I started out writing music in my bathroom. I like the acoustics, just like in here.
Yeah, we've got
it's kind of bouncy, echoey. You know, the sound is bouncing off the wall. It sounds like a church. That's what my bathroom sounded like. And so I started out writing in my bathroom, and then eventually I had my own room to write music in, and coffee houses, you know, open mics.
Yes. There's a wholeness, you know, that you feel in rooms like this, especially. What got you into music, you know, from a young age? Like, how did the evolution of you becoming to be like, hey, I want to be a musician?
Yeah, I mean, both of my parents love music. My mom and dad both played guitar and sang to me. Not like professionally, just they would sing to me, and that I had such a love for music because of that. And then once I started going to school in Hawaii, it's mandatory to learn to play ukulele.
Oh.
So I was actually reading something that I wrote when I was like in 3rd grade. So I thought I started playing uk when I was in 7th grade. Turns out I was in 3rd grade. I don't remember. I have super bad stoner memory.
Right.
So it turns out I started out in 3rd grade.
So it goes way, way back.
Yeah. And so I would write poems, and then I took these poems and I would turn them into songs when I started learning how to play instruments. So started with the uk, moved to guitar, then piano, and slowly just kind of blended all these instruments and words into music. Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of your personal musical influences, maybe to this day, or maybe when you were young?
In the beginning, I had a lot of like Gypsy Kings, Enya, Norah Jones, you know, the Fugees, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. Once I started listening to reggae, it was like, you know, Desiree, Revolution, Tribal Seeds, Slightly Stupid, Soja. I had a lot of U.S. reggae stuff that was playing on rotation on the islands, Iration. Also, like, you know, I had Steel Pulse and Gregory Isaacs, and Tanya Stevens was probably one of my biggest. Ika Mouse, Ukla the Mock.
Good.
You know, Catch a Fire, Natural Vibrations. I could go on.
I feel like, though, you guys were able, especially because you're such an eclectic group, you were able to just blend, you know, so many different genres and styles, and that's how you to take over a room, is because your energy, you know, you're able to kind of take those pieces and put them into the
we're
big
all
puzzle.
different. There's 8 of us, and we're completely, I mean, you would never look at the 8 of us and be like, oh, that's a reggae band. That's a reggae band. Like, no, I don't know what we look like. We look like a bunch of like AA members just like rolling in after like a meeting, like to go eat lunch. Like, it's the best. And because we're so different, it's cool because also we allow each other to speak up. So whatever influences we have, we allow each other to, you know, kind of convey them on stage, and we support each other 100%.
That's good. Yeah, you're able to kind of use each member, you know, for their strengths and then combine those.
Exactly.
Which becomes just such a beautiful array, you know, of reggae music, especially, you know, I know you two are trying to like bridge the gap between reggae and pop music, and especially, you know, as like such a strong female lead. I think that's such a good, you know, thing, especially in this community. You know, I've been able to be fortunate enough to talk to a lot of reggae bands, you know, within this region and, you know, from across the country as well. And, you know, there's not as many female, you know, like front, you know, or even musicians that I've been able to, you know, have the fortune to talk to. And so this is a really cool moment, especially, you know, just because of what your message is and what your values are and what you hope to convey. Because I feel like you want to inspire the younger youth, you know. So do you have a memorable or crazy or funny story from tour? I know you literally are all over the place all the time, so it might be a blur, but
there's so many.
Yeah.
It depends. You want the R-rated or the like the
That's
G
usually
version?
what we get, where it's like, so do you want that one, that little extra?
I mean, okay, a random R-rated moment. Just kidding, not that R-rated. So no, we went to Georgia. We played the Sweetwater Festival, and we it was raining. We went to Waffle House for lunch, played the show, went to Waffle House for dinner, dropped acid, watched Black Panther, went to an Irish pub. It was the most random night of my life.
Right.
Like, it was
like,
like
we're doing this now? Okay,
11,
cool.
I don't know, 7 p.m. when we dropped acid. Like,
okay, good.
It was a great down. Black Panther, I would not want to watch that sober. And Irish pubs are definitely made for psychedelics and just trips.
They have their own environment.
It was great. We were like in a spaceship time capsule. Like it was a booth, but it was our spaceship time capsule.
This is your home
and we were
now.
just like, oh, like nowhere else is open but this Irish booth. You know, like
those are always the best too, but no one else is open.
It was the best. You know, just things like that, or like one time we were stranded on the side of the road. We had to call AAA. Well, we couldn't be in the bus getting towed, but we were on the side of the road and semis were this close to hitting our bus. I had my daughter with me, and we were saying prayers in the back,
Yeah,
like we were gonna die.
Every time a truck drives by, you're like, ooh.
You feel it shake.
Yeah.
Well, they were getting so close to us, we thought our windows were gonna shatter.
Oh my.
And so our percussionist had AAA. So he called AAA. We all had to hide in our bunks and had to blend in like under our pillows and our cases because the AAA guys came on the bus to make sure nobody was on the bus.
Yeah, right, to do the...
And then they hiked up the bus and towed us for about like 20 miles.
Wow.
And we were in a bus. Like at any point, you know, it was probably one of those situations where we were like, if we're gonna die, we're gonna die today.
Yeah,
this is the day. This is the day. Just random things. It's just crazy.
No, it is, because I feel like, you know, a lot of people, when they're in their city and they have an artist that they like, they're like, we're gonna go to that show on Tuesday. Cool. But no one goes to that show on Tuesday and thinks, hey, I bet this band literally was on their way today and had to get towed.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that is just like, I love to kind of get those behind the scenes, you know, if you will, moments. So to speak of behind the scenes, what do you do when you're not playing music? What are your off time, you know, kind of hobbies and things you like to do?
When we're home, I mean, I like to go back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I'm based in San Diego, but if I have the time, if I have more than 2 weeks, I try and go back to Hawaii and get my saltwater treatment.
Yeah.
For sure. I just need to be
Do
in the
some
ocean.
R&R, just full TLC.
Yeah, like just be able to walk to the coffee shop, walk to the beach, swim, catch some waves. Have salt water in my hair, not wash my hair for a good week, and just be disgusting.
Right, there's no rules, dude.
Yeah, just like be a bum. If I can go home and be a bum, that is my hobby.
That's perfect. I mean, that's the only thing you need. What's your favorite place to go to in Hawaii if you have one?
I like to go to Mai Tais. It's where I used to work, the Mai Tai bar. It's got a great atmosphere. For beaches, I like to go to Makapu'u. It's one of my favorite beaches, and you know, you kind of have to be you have to be submissive and let the waves take over at a beach like that. You are not in control.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Honestly, the 70%, you know, of the oceans that take over the world, they're in control.
Exactly.
We are just there, you know, humble beings that are able to appreciate them, and that's what I love, you know, about reggae music specifically, but of artists who are able to really appreciate the world around us and use that not only as their muse, you know, writing music and art, but to kind of contribute to their lifestyles and everything. All right, so 2 more questions. One, what's this next year looking like for HIRIE? Do we have anything to look forward to for the fans, music?
Yeah, we're gonna take a couple months off. I mean, we have like One Love and, you know, like Closer to the Sun.
Yeah.
It's Slightly Stupid.
Very, very big.
Okay. Other than that, we're gonna be just preparing ourselves for this new album. We have a lot of things to shoot, like music videos and some behind the scenes stuff. So we do have a new album coming out, and it's set to come out in the spring of 2019.
Okay.
And it's really good. I mean, we poured a lot of energy into this, and it is very female centered. I mean, the whole album feels very feminine, and like it's really strong, and not just because of, you know, my energy. It's been a lot. It's been a collective, and I've gotten some really great songwriters to help me sharpen up my songwriting skills and just come up with stuff that's better than anything we've put out so far.
Yeah.
Humbly speaking, like I'm really excited to put this out.
That's
so
absolutely
that's coming
amazing.
up.
I'm very, very stoked. I know so many people are too. You know, especially just because of that overwhelming. Like, this is the time. I feel like we should be able to take charge and, you know, show what we're about. And, you know, 2019 is the perfect avenue for that. So, question: if you could tell 16-year-old Patricia any advice, what would you tell her?
I would give 16-year-old me, Patricia, the advice my dad gave me my entire life, and I would just say, go for it.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I ever needed to hear, and my dad always said it. He just said, go for it, my love. And so I would just tell myself the same thing. Go
And
for
that's
it.
what you've done. I mean,
I've
just
always gone for it, yeah.
the growth. I mean, from especially like
And not just me, all 16-year-old girls,
Yes.
10-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 5-year-olds. whatever your roles,
there's
go
times
for it.
in people's life where they feel like this is it, you know, no one else feels the way I feel, but especially with music, it's such a powerful way to connect with those people that you've never met, but yet they hear your song and they're able to relate.
Yep.
And they're kind of able to put that into their own life and move forward with such positivity, which is why it's great to have, you know, your music. And
thank you.
I know everyone is super stoked for all the things to be coming up. Let's shout out all the social media, you know, things for all the Kaya fam that may not already follow you guys, which if you're not, you're missing out. So shout it out, let everyone know where to go.
We're HIRIE, HIRIE. You can find us at Instagram, HIRIE Music, you know, Facebook, Spotify,
Boom.
Pandora, just HIRIE. Catch us at a city coming near you.
Absolutely, because
We're always out on the road. We never sleep. Okay, you see these bags. So I'll see you soon.
You do a quick Google search, you'll find them somewhere, absolutely. And any drive you have to
Kaya
do,
fam.
it'd be worth it. Thank you so much for coming and taking time. I know you're off stage and you know you've been super tired.
I just want a shot.
Woo! Yeah, right. Well, that is coming.
You
soon.
ready?
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kaya fam. Please go into the description. Please follow everything HIRIE. Stay up to date with everything they got coming up, especially in 2019. It's going to be a big year. Anytime they're around, please go and see them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been an honor. Absolutely. Kaya out.
I tell them I'm in uniform with the jewels from the master. Yeah, sing with me, 'cause you could take it.